Many software teams believe they are practicing Agile, but in reality, they often misapply its principles, resulting in frustration, inefficiency, and poor outcomes. Agile is not just a methodology, a set of ceremonies, or a toolset. It is a mindset focused on delivering continuous value, responding to change, and improving iteratively. Teams that fail to internalize this mindset may go through the motions of Agile without truly benefiting from it, leading to mechanical processes and limited adaptability. A common mistake is equating Agile with specific frameworks like Scrum or Kanban. Teams often become obsessed with rituals such as daily stand-ups, sprint planning, and retrospectives, treating them as checkboxes rather than tools for collaboration and learning. They may even create overly rigid rules around timeboxes, story points, or board columns, thinking that following the framework perfectly ensures success. True Agile requires flexibility, adaptation, and iterative thinking beyond simply adhering to predefined structures. Many teams also neglect the core principle of continuous customer and stakeholder feedback. Agile emphasizes delivering work in small increments, then iterating based on real-world input. However, teams frequently develop features in isolation, without validating whether they address actual user problems. This disconnect results in wasted effort, features that go unused, and missed opportunities to pivot based on stakeholder insights. Overloading sprints with too many tasks is another frequent problem. Teams often treat velocity as a quota to hit, rather than a measure of sustainable delivery. This can lead to overcommitment, lower quality, and increased technical debt. Agile encourages prioritizing high-value work, even if it means leaving some features for later, because delivering fewer items well often creates more business value than rushing through everything. Technical practices are frequently underestimated in Agile implementations. Continuous integration, automated testing, refactoring, and code reviews are essential to support iterative delivery and maintain quality. Teams that ignore these practices may deliver features quickly in the short term but gradually accumulate bugs, fragile code, and inefficiencies that slow future iterations, creating a cycle of frustration and rework. Team autonomy is often misunderstood. Agile promotes self-organizing teams that can make decisions and determine the best way to achieve goals. Micromanagement or strict top-down directives stifle creativity, reduce ownership, and slow problem-solving. Teams that are empowered to manage their own work are more adaptable, motivated, and capable of responding quickly to changing requirements. Documentation is another area where Agile is misapplied. Some teams interpret Agile as a license to produce no documentation at all, which creates knowledge gaps and makes onboarding new team members difficult. Agile promotes just enough documentation to facilitate understanding, knowledge transfer, and maintainability without creating unnecessary bureaucracy, balancing communication with speed. A lot of teams tend to overfocus on tools instead of culture. Just using Jira, Trello, or any other Agile software by itself doesn't really make a team Agile. Teams often end up relying heavily on dashboards, charts, and boards to track their work, instead of fostering real collaboration, communication, and continuous improvement. The real essence of Agile is all about people and interactions, not just following processes or tracking tasks digitally. Retrospectives, which are honestly a key component of Agile, are sometimes treated as just formalities instead of learning opportunities. Teams might conduct retrospectives without actually acting on the insights, or even worse, ignore recurring problems entirely. Since Agile emphasizes continuous improvement, retrospectives should really be about uncovering root causes, driving actionable changes, and helping teams evolve their practices over time. Misunderstanding stakeholder collaboration, that's another frequent error I see. Agile encourages close, ongoing interaction with business leaders, product owners, and end users, so everyone stays aligned on priorities and outcomes. If teams limit communication to just occasional demos or status reports, they end up missing out on timely feedback, lose transparency, and honestly, it reduces their ability to pivot when market or user needs change. So in conclusion, Agile isn't just a checklist of ceremonies, a set of tools, or a shortcut for speed. It's really a mindset that's centered on delivering value, embracing feedback, fostering collaboration, and always improving. Teams that misunderstand these principles often get stuck in rigid processes, overcommit to low-value work, or fail to align with stakeholders. True agility actually comes from combining structure with flexibility, investing in quality and technical practices and, above all, prioritizing value over just output.